DJ LTV. DJ LTV.
Nnamdi Kanu and IGBOHO are your creations, OHANEZE Igbo to federal government. The Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, OHANEZE Igbo, has called on the federal government to respect the human rights of Nigerians and to deal with issues that have to do with injustice and to put an end to the agitations and emergence of people known as ethnic heroes by doing the right thing, which is to address the issues of banditry, kidnapping, and insecurity generally in the country, stating that the federal government should stop going after the likes of Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday IGBOHO, as it will amount to nothing but more injustice and more emergence of Kanus and IGBOHOs across the country. While speaking, the OHANEZE Igbo has said that the federal government should apply the same zeal that they have in arresting IGBOHO and Kanu in dealing with the issues of banditry and killer herdsmen across the country, stating that this was the reason why Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday IGBOHO emerged in the first place. OHANEZE Igbo has said that Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday IGBOHO were the creations of the federal government because they refused to address the cries of Nigerians when the issues of killer herdsmen was becoming something else and the federal government refused to move a muscle. Let's not forget that earlier Nnamdi Kanu had been arrested in Kenya while Sunday IGBOHO was arrested in Cotonou alongside with his wife. Since the arrest of these two, who are seen as heroes amongst their people, the question on the mouth of every Nigerian has been, can the federal government apply the same zeal they use in arresting Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday IGBOHO in dealing with the issues of banditry, kidnapping, and killer herdsmen in our society? The OHANEZE Igbo, citing the words of Pope John Paul II, said, "If you want peace, then you work for justice." OHANEZE Igbo has described Sunday IGBOHO as a patriotic hero who, in his zeal to save the rural farmers and women and children of his community from the daily menace of the herdsmen, has become a national hero in the Yoruba nation. In their words, they said, "We recall that Sunday IGBOHO emerged on the scene because he could not endure the daily menace of the Fulani herdsmen in the Yoruba localities for a very long time. The herdsmen will kill, maim, and rape women at random. All entreaties to the government to address the issues of this AK-47 wedding herdsmen fell on deaf ear, and this is why Sunday IGBOHO decided to take it upon himself to bring peace and justice to his community." While commending the military, they have also said that they do not take lightly that the military have been gaining some grounds against the Boko Haram in the northeastern part of Nigeria. But they have also said that the issue of the herdsmen destroying crops and attacking villages, as well as the indigenous of the villages, and forcefully occupying the ancestral lands of people in other parts of the country, is unconscionable and condemnable. Also said it is the most callous thing to do, and this is where the intervention of the Mr. President is needed the most. And the silence of the presidency, he said, is the reason why the IGBOHO paradox came up in the first place. The OHANEZE Igbo group has also added that they believe that the only thing that will end the agitations for the separation of Nigeria is when justice prevails in the country. They have also said that the OHANEZE Igbo group, led by Professor George Obiozor, will maintain the need for the presidency to embrace equity, justice, and fairness in public policies, formulations, and execution, and that various forms of agitations in Nigeria is an effect and not a cause in itself. They have said that whatever agitation the presidency is seeing and is trying to deal with would be better understood if the cause for these agitations is first of all understood and then dealt with, citing example of various federal public policies which seems as injustice to certain regions of the country. They have said that measures should be taken to address the cause of the agitations. Only then can Nigeria have peace and sustainable economic growth. OHANEZE Indigbo Group have also said that Mazi Nnamdi KANU and Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, whether the federal government likes it or not, are seen as heroes by their people, and people will continue to support them. So he has said that while the government is trying, to search for the KANUs and the Igbohos in the society, it will be best if the federal government tries to find out the reason for these agitations in various parts of the countries, address it, and this will lead to the end of the emergence of more KANUs and Igbohos. But if the federal government decides to go after the heroes of the community as seen by the people, then it will have reasons to deal with more of the KANUs and more Igbohos in Nigeria. Meanwhile, Chief Rashidi LADOJE, a one-time governor of Oyo State, have said that Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi KANU are creations of the federal government. He said that Igboho and KANU deserves to be given amnesty, just like the Boko Haram members who were released and even enlisted into some security agencies in Nigeria. Chief Rashidi said that arresting KANU and Igboho will not put an end to the agitation for the separation of the country, especially when it has to do with self-determination. He said that their agitations were as a result of what the government failed to do in tackling insecurity across the country. And he said that the failure of the presidency to look into the continuous cries of Nigeria to address the issue of insecurity in different parts of the country is what has escalated the agitations into the call for the separation of Nigeria. Appealing to the federal government, he said that the federal government should please grant Igboho and KANU amnesty, just as they have granted to dreaded Boko Haram insurgents who were given amnesty. He said Igboho and KANU are creations of the federal government. Why? Because whenever they arrested herdsmen who were killing their people, the federal government never acts. That was why these two people came up to defend their people. Citing an example of the recently released members of Boko Haram in Borno State, he said that the federal government doing such things was creating an unfair system. The federal government, he said, created Igboho in the context of Igaga massacre. People are agitating for what they believe in. They should be treated with care and not criminals, while adding that the leaders of Yoruba communities for long have been calling on the federal government to complain about the atrocities that were committed by the Fulani herdsmen in their communities. But even when these Fulani herdsmen were arrested, there was usually order from above to release them, and that was why the people resorted to self-help, and this led to the creation of Igboho, adding that the arrest of Igboho will not change anything if the federal government fails to address the root problem, which is the massacre of the people in the Yoruba nation and other parts of the country. He said the more the government keeps KANU and Igboho in detention or arrest them, more KANUs and more Igbohos will be created. And as at the time of filing in this report, the legal counsel to Sunday Igboho has said that his client is being treated unfairly in Benin Republic, as he's kept in a cell separately from his wife and also chained in his cell, also confirming that Sunday Igboho is likely to appear in court on the 21st of July 2021. So there you have it, guys. OHANEZE Indigbo and the former governor of Oyo State is saying that KANU and Igboho are creations of the federal government. Do you agree with their opinion? Drop your comment in the comment section below. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us till the end of this video. But before we go, we just want to let you know that we're also on Facebook and on Instagram at DJMTV. Also check out our website at www.djmtv.news. There we drop news 247 non-stop. Do not forget that you could also place your advert with us here on DJMTV News, and be rest assured that your business will get to the desired market. Well, so we'll come your way again with another edition of DJMTV Daily News Update. I remain your host, Lauru Favor. Yeah.
DJ LTV. DJ LTV. DJ LTV.